Please face the cameras for a quick photo opportunity. At this juncture, Mr. President, Representative Tolentino would like to present you with mementos from the Philippine Olympic Committee. The first frame collection of limited edition Tokyo 2020 Olympic sports pins, signed at the back by our Tokyo medalist and POC President, Representative Tolentino. The second memento is a Tokyo 2020 Olympic Cup, signed by our Tokyo medalist.
I like about this.
Tolentino. We now proceed with awarding our delegation to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, a delegation that achieved unprecedented success and brought great honor to the Philippines.
Palasyo ng Malacanang, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, ipinagkaloob ang pagkilala ng Pangulo kay Jason Valdez, membro ng Populang Pilipino, Tokyo 2020 Olympics, shooting. Bilang pagkilala sa kahangahangang nagawa sa Tokyo 2020 Olympics sa pagpapamalas sa mga mithiing Olympic na kahusayan, pakikipagkaibigan at paggalang. Sa gayon ay naghatid ng dangal at pagmamalaki sa sambayan ng Pilipino at sa pagpupukaw sa mga batang atletang Pilipino na mangarap, hangarin at kamtin ang mga hamon ng Olympic sa larangan ng shooting. Iginawad sa lungsod ng Maynila ngayong ika-23 araw ng Agosto sa taon ng ating Panginoon 2021.
Mr. Valdez also receives an incentive of 200,000 pesos from the Office of the President. Please face the cameras for a quick photo.
Palasyo ng Malacanang, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, ipinagkaloob ang pagkilala ng Pangulo kay Erlene Ann Ando, membro ng Kopunang Pilipino, Tokyo 2020 Olympics, weightlifting.
Ms. Ando also receives an incentive of 200,000 pesos from the Office of the President. Please face the cameras for a quick photo opportunity. Thank you, Ms. Ando. We are pleased to announce that the Olympians who could not be physically present today shall also receive a presidential citation and a 200,000 peso incentive from the Office of the President. At this juncture, we shall proceed with the awarding of our Tokyo 2020 Olympic medalists. May we invite National Housing Authority General Manager Mr. Marcelino Escalada Jr. to join in the presentation of awards.
Orden ni Lapu-Lapu Rangbong Kamagi. Itinatag ang Orden ni Lapu-Lapu noong taong 2017 at iginawad ng Pangulo ng Pilipinas bilang pagkilala sa pagiging huwaran sa paglilingkod ng mga opisyal at kawani ng pamahalaan. Gayon din ang mga pribadong individual sa pamahalaan dahil sa maringal na pagpapasulong o advokasya ng Pangulo, gaya ng pagpapakita ng kagitingan at kabutihang nagpamalas ng kahangahangang paglilingkod at katangi-tanging ambag sa bansa. Iginawad ang Orden ng Lapu-Lapu Rangbong Kamagi sa mga opisyal at kawani ng pamahalaan at pribadong individual na nagkaloob ng kahangahangang paglilingkod o nagpamalas ng katangi-tanging ambag sa ikatatagumpay ng gawain alinsunod sa pagpapalawig o advokasya ng Pangulo. Iginagawad ang gantipalang natamo ng Orden ng Lapu-Lapu Rangbong Kamagi kay Yumir Felix de los Santos Marcial, Tokyo 2020 Olympics, bronze medalist, boxing, men's middleweight division.
Mr. Marcial also receives 2 million pesos from the Philippine Sports Commission, a certificate of turnover of housing unit from the National Housing Authority, and an incentive of 1 million pesos from the Office of the President. Please face the cameras for a quick photo opportunity.
Olympics, guys, Olympics.
Rule 21.
Thank you, Mr. Marcial.
Iginagawad ang gantimpalang natamo ng Orden ng Lapu-Lapu, Ranggong Kamagi kay Nesty Alcaide Petesio, Tokyo 2020 Olympics, silver medalist, boxing, women's featherweight division.
Ms. Petesio also receives 5 million pesos from the PSC, a certificate of turnover of housing unit from the National Housing Authority, and an incentive of 2 million pesos from the Office of the President.
Olympics is back.
Please face the cameras for a quick photo opportunity.
Leave from the picture 20 to that
Please.
one.
I can't. No.
Thank you, Ms. Petesio.
Hindi yung mga Olympics eh. Mga Olympics.
Iginagawad ang gantimpalang natamo ng Orden ng Lapu-Lapu, Ranggong Kamagi kay Carlo Cano Paalam, Tokyo 2020 Olympics, silver medalist, boxing, men's flyweight division.
Mr. Paalam also receives 5 million pesos from the PSC, a certificate of turnover of housing unit from the National Housing Authority, and an incentive of 2 million pesos from the Office of the President.
Ano pa alam yan?
Please face the cameras for a quick photo opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Paalam.
Inengkol. Tutuwa siya
And
sa mga
finally,
kay Nesty eh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
Si
honor the
President.
athlete who has won the
Nag-usap
Philippines'
pa sila
first
eh.
Olympic gold medal,
Nag-
Miss
ano,
Hidilyn
habang
F.
ano,
Diaz.
yeah!
May we call the Chief of Presidential Protocol and Presidential Assistant on Foreign Affairs, Undersecretary Robert E. A. Borges, to read the presidential
Si Nesty
citation.
Pitasin nakapang lalaki.
It is my distinct honor to read the citation, and it reads, "Be it known to all men by these presents that I, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, President of the Philippines, by virtue of the powers vested in me by law, for her historic twin triumphs at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics in the women's 55 kilogram, setting a new Olympic record, combined weight of 224 kilograms, and winning the first ever Olympic gold medal for the Philippines, for her demonstrated commitment to the Olympic ideals of excellence, friendship, and respect, advancing the cause of peace and global solidarity through sports, for her lifelong pursuit of an entire nation's dream, realized through steely determination in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, for her continuous application and development of talent, skill, intelligence, and discipline, proving that when harnessed and supported, the Filipino athlete can stand shoulder to shoulder with the very best in the world, for her groundbreaking success as the first Filipino and female athlete to bring home an Olympic gold medal to the Philippines, for her truly uplifting life story,
serving as a role model and inspiration to Filipino women and men for generations to come, especially young homegrown athletes, to strive for not just personal success, but for glory of country and people, and for bringing immense honor, pride, and joy to a grateful Filipino nation, have conferred the Presidential Medal of Merit on Heidelin F. Diaz, first Filipino Olympic gold medalist weightlifting, women's 55 kilograms, new Olympic record, combined weight of 224 kilograms, Tokyo 2020 Olympics.
Ms. Diaz also receives 10 million pesos and additional 5 million pesos for breaking the Olympic record from PSC and PAGCOR, a certificate of turnover of housing unit from the National Housing Authority, and an incentive of 3 million pesos from the Office of the President.
19 million. Si ano ka nagte-text mo? Nakita sa dulo.
Please face the cameras for a quick photo opportunity. Thank you, Ms. Diaz. And thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations to our athletes. We may now...
Ang dami.
Okay. Mhm. Once again, thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations to our athletes. We may now take our seats.
At this juncture, may we call on Executive Secretary Salvador Medialdea to introduce our guest of honor.
Magandang gabi po sa kanilang lahat, ang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Kindly sit down. You know, bago sa lahat, with the pandemic spreading like a wildfire in the country, and everybody taking precautions, it would not be a discourteous act to wash your hands even in front of the person that you have shook hands or because it's the norm of the day. Hindi dapat ma-insulto yung maghuhugas ka.
Olympics.
And you should do that also.
Tapos 21 na.
Alam mo, isang tama lang yan.
Yeah, okay, 21. And
But because I could not express myself if I wear a mask, ako sumasugal ako ng wala. Anyway, kung mamatay ako dahil sa inyo ngayong hapon na ito, kayo ang nagdamay sa akin. Executive Secretary Salvador Medialdea, Japan's Ambassador to the Philippines, His Excellency Koshikawa Kazuhiko, President of the Philippine Olympic Committee and 8th District Cavite Representative Abraham Bambol Tolentino, Chairman of the Senate Committee on Sports, Senator Bongo,
Tito Bongo.
Presidential Spokesperson Secretary Harry Roque Jr.,
Loki Jr.
Junior.
Chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Youth and Sports Development, and 5th District of Isabela Representative Faustino Michael Carlos D. III. Wala siya. Yes sir, sorry. officials of the Philippine Sports Commission led by Chairman William Ramirez, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation Chairman Andrea Domingo, I am pleased to welcome you in this humble office of mine, the pride of the Philippines, our Philippine Olympians in the recently concluded Tokyo 2020 Olympics and other Filipino athletes. Today, we celebrate our Olympic medalists, led by Air Force Staff Sergeant Dylan Diaz, gold medalist in weightlifting, women's 55 kilograms. Our country's very first gold medal in Olympics history.
Olympics.
We also honor our silver medalists and bronze medalists in boxing, Nesty Peticio and Carlos Paalam and Junior Marcial. It is also fitting to recognize once again the achievement of our 1996 Atlanta Olympics silver medalist in boxing, Mansueto Onyok Velasco. Finally, aside from the incentives to be given under the National Athletes and Coaches Benefits and Incentives Act, as well as from the Office of the President, each of our medalists to be conferred with the following awards: the Presidential Medal of Merit to Ms. Diaz, the Order of Lapu-Lapu, Rank of Kamagi to Mr. Peticio, Mr. Paalam, Mr. Marcial, and Mr. Velasco. A presidential citation for the other Olympians of the Philippine Olympic Committee and the Philippine Sports Commission have already been awarded today. Together with our fellow Olympians, Elrin and Ando and Jason Valdez Rivas, I congratulate you once again for bringing pride and honor to the country and for uplifting the spirit of Filipinos amidst the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes.
Your hard work, dedication, and sportsmanship, even amidst the challenges in your training and competitions prior to the Olympics, are truly inspiring. I am confident that you will get better and stronger in securing more victories in the future. Your success will continue to motivate many aspiring athletes and our Filipino youth to channel their energies into sports and other productive activities, keeping them away from the harmful vices. Allow me to thank the Philippine Olympic Committee and the Philippine Sports Commission for their unwavering support and strong efforts in securing that our athletes are ready to compete at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Rest assured that the government remains committed in providing full support to our Filipino athletes. In this regard, I join the Philippine Sports Commission, the Philippine Olympic Committee, and other sports bodies to continue providing much-needed assistance to keep our athletes on top of their game and to help them become all-time greats. I also wish to congratulate Ambassador Kazuhiko for Tokyo successful hosting of the 2020 Olympics. May the upcoming 2020 Paralympic Games in Tokyo also become a resounding success. It takes a village to raise a child, but it takes the world to support champions so that they can succeed in Olympics. The strength and excellence
Ito
of our
na.
athletes in the international sports arena demonstrate the Filipino spirit and resilience and determination to succeed. Our Tokyo 2020 medalists and Olympians truly embody our greatness as a people and as a nation. Maraming salamat at mabuhay kayong lahat. Mabuhay ang lahing Pilipino.
No.
Well, I'm sorry, I apologize, but there are 2 pages for acknowledgements. The National Housing Authority General Manager Marcelito Escalada Jr. is here. Yung magbigay ng lupa at bahay, ikaw ba yun? Yaman ka. Lupa at bahay lang. Ano kaya ang mapanaluhan natin kung tayo ang magkumpit? Hindi nga makatindig dito sa... You know, I never really recovered from that bad spill sa sa motor. Hindi na bumalik yung ko. So I could not be an athlete anymore. I could only be a spectator and maybe as a Filipino cheer and shout for your victory. Our proud Olympians, athletes, and coaches, hindi na kailangan. Other invited guests, meron din. Ladies and gentlemen, yun lang po at mabuhay kayong lahat.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program. Maraming salamat, mahal na Pangulo, sa pangunguna sa pagbigay ng pagkilala at suporta sa ating mga Olympians at atletang nagbibigay ng karangalan sa ating bansa. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Buhay kayo lahat!
Buhay ka lahat!
We would like to request everyone to please remain seated until the President has left. Thank you.